Hello, in this video I will be explaining the concept pancaking, what it means, and why it is done. Please note this is my experiences and what pancaking means and why people do it. Depending on your alliance or fleet, this may not be applicable. First of all, let me explain how to pancake. Odds are your FC will call for a pancake when on a structure. It will give a range for the pancake as well. There are a few ways of pancaking, but there are two factors that you must remember. The first is your distance from the center of the pancake, and the second is your distance from the structure. The first thing to do is to make sure you are a set distance from your pancake center. Your FC will likely inform you of the distance, and it will probably be around 30 kilometers. The second thing is to remember to not get closer to the structure. Odds are your FC is warped to a range that will keep you out of the PDS and within your gun's optimal. If you follow this, you will likely be 30 kilometers from your FC and will have not gotten any closer to the structure. Now, how would you do this? The easiest way is to make sure your FC is between you and the structure and then keep them at range at their desired distance. If the whole fleet does this, you'll form a sort of half sphere on the structure. We will call this method A. Method B is where you orbit the structure at your current range and stop your ship when you are at the specific range away from your FC. This will cause your fleet to resemble a ring around your target. Now that you know how to pancake, you probably want to know why you would pancake. There are three main reasons for it. The first is to make it more difficult for enemies to bomb, ECM burst, or smart bomb your fleet. When you spread out, you take up much more area, and it becomes difficult for the enemy to effectively attack your fleet with AoE. The second reason is to make sure your fleet doesn't get PDS'd, as a PDS burst from something like a Keepstar can take out all smaller ships within range. The final reason is to ensure everyone is still within the range of logistic reps, links, and can anchor on the FC quickly. There are ways to modify these pancakes, but it requires all your pilots to be on the same page. The first modification is filling your pancake, and it often happens naturally from people not pancaking all the way. When your pancake is filled, instead of everyone going to the edges of the bubble, everyone fills out equally, and it makes it much more difficult for bombers to bomb, as an unfilled pancake has many ships clustered at the edges, prime bombing targets. The next pancake variation is a hard or nutty pancake, and it involves having anchored bubbles or some other form of interdiction in the center of your pancake. This means any ship warping to your fleet at any direction will land in the bubble unless it is nullified. You can have a filled and nutty pancake at the same time to benefit from both modifications. Just make sure you're out of the bubbles if you want to be able to warp off.